Let's hear it for our first speaker, Yasaswini Vadrevu. Hey everyone, good morning. Before I get started, I want to ask everyone in the audience a really quick question. So how many of you, first thing in the morning, reach out for your phone and scroll on social media? Come on, yeah? At least that first part even, reaching out for the phone. I mean, I'd be lying to myself if I said no. Because same here. Think about it, it's natural. We've been asleep for maybe 6 hours and we've missed out on the entire world. Maybe while you were sleeping, Taylor Swift took selfies with your best friend, or maybe the aliens invaded Earth. It could be. But why is it that the first thing we do in the morning include our phone? I asked myself the same question 3 years ago, and it was during COVID. 3, 2, 1, and bam. We were all thrown into our houses without a notice. And being an extrovert and a super duper social person, suddenly I couldn't play with my friends or even go to the grocery store. So imagine that. So now I only had 2 modes of entertainment, Netflix and YouTube. And Netflix, as we all know, I probably binge watch everything and I have to wait a year for the next season to appear. So now I was only left with one option, YouTube. And during this time, YouTube decided to introduce a new feature called Time Killer. Oops, I meant YouTube Shorts. But really, I think a better name for it would be Time Killer, because I would sit on my couch for 3 to 4 hours just watching shorts, waiting for that feed to end. And to my surprise, it never ended. I would keep scrolling and scrolling. And these shorts were 30 seconds to maybe 60 seconds. So imagine in 3 hours how many shorts I could have covered. And yes, maybe 2 out of 10 of these shorts were useful, maybe a cooking video or something. But the rest of the information was stuff that I didn't need. And one day I noticed that all of this information that I didn't need was clogging my brain. And I asked myself, I need something to do to unclutter my brain. And I looked for something and I waited and I finally found it. I found an imperfect writing practice that changed the way I spent my mornings. I want to introduce you all to Morning Pages, a journaling practice that changed my life. And now, I hope it's going to change yours. What is it, you may ask? Simply 3 pages of longhand, stream of consciousness writing. That's it. Sounds simple enough? All you gotta do is write, and write continuously. Those 3 pages must be filled as fast as you can. And you want to write every thought, even if that thought is, I'm hungry, or I have no idea what to write. It could literally be anything, but your goal is to write in a flow. And the thing about morning pages, it's kind of in the name, but it's most effective when you do it in the morning pages. And the thing about it is, I'm not saying you have to wake up at 5:30 or 6:30. Whatever time you wake up at, do morning pages within that 15-minute period. And that's when it's most effective. Now, you all are sitting here wondering, what is the big deal about this? What could be so amazing in my brain first thing in the morning that I gotta get it onto paper? And I'm gonna be very honest with you, nothing. What could be so amazing in your mind? $1 million idea? Probably not. You probably just woke up, you're super duper tired. Maybe you had a great dream. Maybe you had an okay dream. Maybe you're worried about a biology test or a calculus test. Maybe you're just worried about life. It could literally be anything. But all of these thoughts being generated by your mind are resulting in a lack of productivity. You're saying, I have to do this, I have to do that, and there's just so many thoughts that are being revolved around your mind. And then suddenly you get stressed, and the cycle repeats over and over again. And you ask yourself, what can I do? And that's when morning pages comes in. All you gotta do is write. The faster you complete those 3 pages, the faster all that unnecessary information in your brain gets onto the paper and you can shove that journal back onto the shelf. Yeah, I think you all should give it out a try. But the one thing I realized about morning pages was that they aren't a space where you should judge or analyze your work. Morning pages is your own safe space, where you dump whatever's in your brain, whatever's troubling you, and anything. And a lot of people ask me, how do morning pages even look? And you know what? They look insanely trash. They aren't, an English paper or your math notes to look really cute or colorful. It's just your brain dump. First thing in the morning, whatever comes to your brain, you're writing it. And you know what? Some days, I would just write in a flow that half of my sentences wouldn't even make sense. But for me, and at that time in the morning, that felt important, and that's why I wrote it. One thing to keep in mind, though, while doing this practice, is don't think about writing, but instead write what you're thinking. So what I want all of you guys to do tomorrow, it is a Sunday, I want you all to take out a journal and a pen, pick a comfortable space in your house, put on some music, and let your mind talk for once, so that you can welcome and take in all of the beautiful things that this life has to offer. Thank you.